Yo, what's going on? So in this video, I low-key want to go over why funnels just aren't enough anymore. And before we do, if you're wondering, my name's Kyle. I've been in this internet marketing space for over 3 years now and have done it literally all. Closing, copywriting, making funnels, creating ads, VSL funnels, webinar funnels, 100 grand a month, 200 grand a month, 400 grand a month, 600 grand a month, whatever you guys think you can do in the space. I've honestly done it. And I've just seen it time and time again, just off what I've done, just like funnels aren't everything. They simply just aren't. And you guys are probably thinking like, oh, well, like, funnels are, this guy has the best funnel, so we're going to copy him, or this guy's making the most money, so it has to be their funnel, when it's not. You guys need to be able to look into things and actually find out what actually is making people a lot of money. Like, I see a lot of people, they'll find someone that's printing. Every year, there's going to be like 4 or 5 people that like really come out of nowhere and start printing their asses off, right? And then you'll start to see people start to copy their funnel. They'll copy exactly what they're doing, and then they wonder why like they never make the same amount of money that person is. Why is that though? The reason why is simply because it's something that I want to let you guys know. It's like a customer, it's like a buyer's bias. And what I mean by like a buyer's bias is like people aren't coming in based on like if your funnel is blue or green. They're not coming in based on, what font you're using, right? And sometimes they're not even coming on, you know, if it's a VSL funnel or like a webinar funnel. What they're just doing is they are really, all the selling and like how they're buying and all the lead flows is completely different, right? They're coming from, the personal brand. They're coming from, the avatar of what they're seeing. The reason why you're copying someone's funnel and it's not doing great and it's not doing as well as they are and you're not making as much money as they are is simply a couple things. Everyone, like, you have to look at everything from the top level, like the top of funnel, the top level, whatever you guys want to call it. Sometimes people that post like different content, or they have different ads, more educational based, right? They will more so be more successful sending people to a VSL funnel, right? Versus someone that's like, if their content's more like lifestyle based, more POV based, right? Sometimes, and they have a business model, right? They have a mechanism that a lot of people don't understand. It's better to go off and set it up in a way where they can honestly go through, and they have to go through a webinar because they need to be more educated on a specific thing, right? And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like, the core things that you all need to worry about is what type of content are people seeing, and then how long, like, is it mostly long form content or short form content? And then also as well, like, what is the offer? Like, a lot of people don't pay that into account. They're just like, oh, well, yeah, my offer is coaching. Like, no shit, your fucking high ticket offer is fucking coaching. That's what every offer is now. Like, fucking no shit. What you need to then have is like, what is like the mechanism of the offer? Like, is this like a same old like e-com, or is this like high ticket sales? Because those offers have been around for a while, so the chance of people knowing what that is, it's higher. But for example, there's some offers that, like, for example, like if I say it right now, like an epoxy flooring offer, right? A lot of people don't know what that is. And to just send these guys from like just regular content to a VSL and like copying the same VSL or free training everyone else is doing, it won't work as well. Like, sometimes it's better to send them through a webinar. Sometimes it's better to send them through something where they can be educated more on the specific offer. You guys need to honestly stop looking at funnels as your money makers, because like, if you send X amount of traffic through anything, right? You can send X amount of traffic through a booking page. You'll still make money, right? But what makes you great and separates from all these other guys that are just copying each other and making like fucking fuck all money, they're not making anything, is being able to create that type of copy that lures them in. Be able to create mechanisms that if one lead comes in, how can we convert better than, the other people, via things that actually matter, right? Not the fucking funnel. And this is what it is. Like, people that are making more money than you with, the same exact funnel, right? Sometimes they have a better sales team, right? You can have a great funnel, and if your sales team sucks, like, you're cooked. You're cooked. Like, if your sales team, they're not dialing people 5 minutes in, right? They're not sending personalized messages. The setting processes suck. They're not confirming any calls, right? Those things are under a funnel that sometimes you can't see. Like, this whole funnel hacking stuff is great, but like, you guys need to understand like core drivers. You're not gonna make. How are you gonna make the same money if someone's sales team is better than your sales team? There's a different sales process that they're using with that specific funnel. It's gonna be rough for you to think that you're gonna make the same amount of money. It's just not really possible, right? Sometimes they have better sales teams. Sometimes they have a better offer, right? Like, some offers that are doing really well in the space right now, they essentially, right, they have the coaching, they have the high ticket stuff, but there's also like some awesome software, plugged into the side of it. There's also, something that allows them to get offers, clients, opportunities, right? Because a big thing, like, especially like, let's say in the SMMA space, like if we're selling an offer like that, what I've been seeing is offers that can really, really dial in and help people like land clients are usually doing better than just the ones with just coaching. Simply just because it's like people are starting to know, like, okay, I need a client to make money. Is there a software? Is there a specific technique? Is there anything specific that I can come in, do differently, and get, different clients or get more clients from? Stuff along the lines of that, right? Or if the offer is completely new. Like if it's something that there's not a lot of competitors with in between, it's going to do better. Because, there's one offer, and I'm not going to go too much in detail, but this offer is, like let's say something around like the drop shipping era. It's been around for a while. There's been a ton of offers, and there's multiple gurus, coaches, consultants that you can go and get that coaching from, right? Like you can go and there's a lot of different mentors you can go and learn from. So a lot of people will get on calls and they'll be in talks and, they'll shop around, and it's a bit harder, right? Because you're using the same funnel and you have the same offer. How is that going to differentiate you from the other person that probably is copying the same funnel you're copying, or you copied their funnel, right? Because they're just going to shop around, and whoever is the best salesman or whoever like they feel most relatable to or related to, they're going to go that way. Right? And now you're starting to see like, oh shit, like, yeah, you can have the same exact funnel, but then if shit like this isn't dialed in, you're not going to make that type of money. And then the last thing is like branding and content. Like sometimes, bro, people will outdo you just simply because like they're flashier, or like I said, it's like relatability. Like people look up and they're inspired, right? Or they're even more inspired by that said person. You have to come in and take account and look at those things, because things like that are some things. No matter what your fucking funnel is, this person has better content than you, which honestly looks into like it seems like they have a better offer, right? Because the offer also, it's in the deliverables, but it's also what people see on the outside, right? They can look at it and it's like, okay, this dude has to be offering more because he is more successful than this guy, right? Even things like this in our brains, is like in our buying brains as human beings, we look at things like that and it's like, okay, like this guy's obviously more. Let's say we look at two traders. Like let's say we look at two stock traders. We see one stock trader that's living in his mom's house, and then we see another one that's driving around like a fleet of exotic sports cars. A lot of times you can have the same exact offer, the same exact funnel. Who do you think is going to win? You know what I mean? Like, who do you think is going to win? It's probably going to be the guy that's not living with his mom, because there's probably other people living with their mom and they see that he's doing it, which is dope. Some people go and buy, right? But majority of the people are going to swing over into that next section. Just as simple as that. Just as simple as that. Like, you guys need to know what the 80-20 is, right? Because, like I said, I can give you guys all my funnels. I can give you guys the same exact funnel build outs, the ones that I've scaled up to 400, 500, 600 grand a month, right? And you guys won't make the same money as me, because you don't know what the 80-20 is, right? Which is the 80-20 in selling like any product online is going to be the sales team, the offer, and then most importantly, the branding and the content. Like shit like that. You dial shit like that in, that simple. I mean, you'll start printing from there. But you stop paying attention to too many funnels. Stop trying to copy and make the funnel look exactly the same. I promise you, damn near, if you have a lot of traffic, VSL and webinar are your best bets, right? You don't have to like reinvent the wheel, honestly. How you do those like small things, like small tweaks in between, they're good for like, that's the 20 in the 80-20, like those small tweaks, trying to tweak everything in. The big thing is just having a dialed in sales team, a dialed in offer, and dialed in, branding and content. But other than that, I hope you guys like found this video valuable, honestly. You guys can go ahead and check all of my stuff in the link in bio below. I really only work with people that have like their own offer. If you want me to like look into and scale up your offer, you can look down below and book a call. But other than that, you can just hit me up on IG and we can chop it up and you can ask some questions. I'll drop more sauce to you guys too as well. But until then, take care, guys. Peace. Keep printing.